Hello everybody, welcome back to Hidden Harvest with Liz. Today we are going to be doing some stuff and things around the garden, just some really quick odds and ends. First things first though, my first trip outside, I have to make sure to feed the chickens because otherwise they are going to follow me along the fence line and balk at me because I haven't brought them their snacks yet. So, they do have food and water inside of their chicken coop at all times in case they go inside and it's like raining or something like that. So they always have food and water in there, but also out in their run I put food and water out there. So this is a fourth of this. It's like a protein crumble for meat birds, and I'm just trying to bulk up some of my ladies because it seems like they had a little bit of a hard winter, plus a little bit of extra protein early in the spring usually helps them get their eggs back, is what I heard. So far, I haven't really noticed any difference, but I just put a tiny bit in there and they like the flavor of it. I don't want to give them too much because I don't want them putting on so much weight that they won't lay eggs. But on top of this, which I just put out in their chicken run so that they'll have snacks outside where there's a bit of a breeze, I also get, a tiny little scoop that I spread out between all of the chickens. So it's not just my 7 originals, it's also my 10 other ones. So between 16 birds, this is just a little bit of a snack. And those are the snacks that they're going to be getting this morning, including for my rooster. Let me show you. Burk. Pardon? Burk? I guess that's good. I think I've got way too much cordage going on. It's gonna get stuck on all of the things. Chickies. Every time you gotta put your toes in it. Every single time. You always get first dibs, dude. There we go. And this is how I keep him tame, or at least my attempt at trying to keep him fully tamed. There you go. These guys are near about old enough to come out of here. Okay. A little bit of scratch. There we go. Granite, I gave you some, ma'am. You guys. Okay, let me give the last of it to them. There we go. As I was saying, the baby chicks are just about, I'm sorry, I'm out. That's all I got. The baby chicks are just about old enough to come out of there. They've got a little bit more growing. They need to be about half the size of one of my regular chickens before I'm going to let them in the same thing. And I'm also going to have to do it very slowly because I've got a couple of ladies that are quite pesky, specifically Granite, which is this one right here. She is the one who is in charge of all of the ladies at current. But, yeah, so whenever I release them, this is going to change the pecking order and they'll have to reestablish it. But I need to make sure that they are big enough to where even if they are put in the pecking order, they're not hurt badly. Let's go ahead and check their food while I'm in here. their food and water. That's a whole lot of chickens on one food and water. They are still doing good. Okay. Now they're going to spend the rest of their morning pecking around for seeds and stuff instead of following me all over the yard. I take that back. They're still going to do that. Wowie, wow, look at this. That's a whole lot of blooms for a potato. It does seem to me that the organic ones that I got from Wood Prairie Farms are blooming out first, but they're also a different type. They are, I keep wanting to call them Carolinas. They're not Carolinas, but the name is similar. I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. And then the other ones are just russets. So we'll see. They probably just have a different days to maturity as well, so. All right, so today I was going to go checking around at some of the things that were concerning me. For instance, I have a bed that is right here. This is where I put the leftover onions. I figured these onions would not get very big because they came in at the same time as these. This line here is a brand new set of beds, which means this microbiome has not been set up yet. Plus, these beds didn't have very much soil to go in them, so I supplemented by using broken down wood chips, which of course is going to tie up some of the nitrogen until the wood chips break down fully, but I kind of knew that going in. So I'm watching these guys and I'm feeding them because they seem like they're nitrogen deficient. And I just fed them last night, so they're looking okay. These guys, like half the bed is okay, the other half of the bed is looking kind of iffy. But these are actually going to go to seed and possibly start walking. There's also a matter of checking in on some of my transplants. I'm going to be doing a full garden tour here in my next video, which I will probably wind up recording today too, because if I try to wait till the weekend to record, there's a lot of traffic on the highway, and the highway is very close to the house. So I wind up having to try and figure out how to get vehicle sounds out of audio, and it just does not work very well. So I might try and get a couple of recordings done today. But this video, all about checking on the stuff that I previously planted to see how everything is going. For instance, all of my peppers, the bell peppers that I got from the store I showed in the last video, they are doing okay. All of them. Wow. All of them survived the transplant, which is good. I got the bumblebee. Did I get you? I can't tell if you can see it. Yep. I think I was just deemed okay. I'm not sure. Also, we should probably check in with the arena. I know I just did the video for that. It just came out. But we should probably check in on those. I have been watering them a lot. So, oh, these guys over here look like the leaves are kind of getting messed up. Hang on, let's check on that. This right here, it is probably, I would guess, some splash up and stuff, probably from me fertilizing. Yeah, there's like stuff on here. We did mow the lawn finally. We finally got a lawnmower here, and whenever that happened, the dust kind of came over the garden, and I rinsed all the plants off, but it seems like I probably wasn't fast enough, or I didn't do a thorough enough job, and the soil just sat there and kind of started the process that usually happens during the summertime. So I'm gonna have to baby these guys until they recover. And I have been fertilizing kind of heavily for the start of this. Like I did fertilize like 4 days ago, and then I nutritionalized with the fertilize. I fertilized yesterday as well, mainly because I've got a few plants that were very, very stressed whenever I first plugged them into the ground, because I still have plants that are up there that are waiting to find a home. And these guys, I apparently started them way too early. Even after my first initial failure to start plants, when I started some new ones, they were still ready to go in the ground. And I might have even put them in just a little bit too early. There was 2 days that got down into the 40s after I planted. But You got to do what you got to do whenever the plants are looking very stressed. And I had some that were trying to put on blooms, which means they were very stressed. So I have been giving them a little bit of extra fertilizer in hopes that they will recover faster. And it does seem like it's working for a lot of them. A lot of them have put on a lot of height. I have ordered some, what do they call them, cane rods or something like that to help support some of the plants, because these guys that are over here, can you guys see those? Yeah, so long as it doesn't slip. Watch, it'll probably slip. Okay, these plants that are over here, these ones over here are supposed to be a super sauce variety, which should get a little bit taller, not much, than the ones that I have over here. And these guys, particularly that one and that one, have gotten really, really tall. That one's a little bit stunted, just a little bit. It should recover all the way, but the ones that are further back, are already starting to get pretty high. And I have an idea for a bit of a trellis system. It does look like my camera moved while I was talking about the stuff in the things. I do have an idea for a trellis system because I have all of these trellises on the insides of my beds, and each one of my beds has got a line of 3 to 4 determinants. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pole here and a pole in the center. And I'm going to do like a Florida weave on these this year and see how that goes. I haven't actually tried the Florida weave, but this is only my second year growing determinants anyway, so we'll just see how it goes. But until they get to the point where they need that, I have got some canes coming in, and the canes will also help with the peppers to keep them upright, because I had a couple of them that got flopped over last year and had a hard time recovering. Also, I just realized how much these guys have grown overnight. It seems like overnight these guys have doubled in height. I don't think they actually have. I think I'm just... it's probably wishful thinking, but here they are. Now, these are the Everglades. This one is the Black Prince, and that one is the pink something. Hang on. Pink Brandywine, which is an heirloom that I have not tried yet. And these guys have doubled overnight, but these are indeterminates, and they will use this trellis. So, everything is looking good over here. I have started a lot of seeds. I see no sprouts though. And these guys right here have got me a bit concerned as well. They're doing this, which I don't know what this is. I'm hoping they will grow out of it. It's probably because this particular bed doesn't get very warm and it sits in the shade. It's a bit of powdery mildew already going on these plants. Probably because they're getting splashed up whenever I water them. But hopefully they'll grow past this. There's something in this side of the bed that is causing it. If I'm not mistaken, this is also the pepper bed where I had trouble too. And they were doing the same thing. So it might be something in the soil here. Note to self. What we could probably try and do is put some of the charcoal stuff. I've seen stuff about it. It's some sort of charcoal that you add in that ties up bad stuff in your soil and holds on to it. And we might want to put it inside this bed. This side of the bed doesn't look bad, the left side. The right side, I don't know, the tomatoes kind of look iffy, but it's mostly these guys and the fact that I put the peppers over here and they kind of look the same. They had that little bit of wilting going on. But I don't know, we'll see. I'll see about it. There's another thing that I need to show you. This is the Volunteer right here. And as you can see, it's gotten quite a bit bigger. I have no idea what kind this one could be. It was a red cherry that was over here last year. And then I added that one in, and that one looks pitiful. And it looks downright pitiful. I might want to swap that one out because I'm pretty sure it's stunted and it's got a whole bunch of holes in it right now. So I may want to swap this one out before I get rid of the other plants, before it's too late to swap it. Because even these, they've got little holes in them and stuff, but they're recovering. That one looks a little bit stunted, but it seems to be recovering. It's putting on new greens. Don't know what that is. There, it looks like a Volunteer something or another. But these guys look okay. That one has not grown at all. So I might need to take that out before it's too late and replace it with something. Because I still have a ton of plants over here. There's no reason not to go ahead and replace it when these guys look bigger and healthier and stuff. This one's yellowing, which means it needs some more nutrients. Yeah, I'll probably just replace that one. And we have, let's see, well, it looks like they're okay. This one is probably already going to tag out. This is the battle arena for our tomatoes. And so far, I think we may already have our first casualty. Whatever that one was, did not survive. That one's definitely going to die. It's going to be funny if that one actually takes off and then fully recovers. Size of that strawberry. Look at the size of that. That is crazy. Sorry, I lost track of the camera for a second. I was having my breakfast. Okay, let's go check on the blackberries too. They were pretty close. I don't think they're doing anything today. Always worth a quick look though. They are starting to get a little bit of substance to them. Oh, there's another one. I would say, what, 2-3 weeks we'll probably be getting some blackberries? Maybe. What about the raspberries? I don't know. This seems like a week out, possibly. Yeah, they seem like about a week out. And we should be getting a whole lot of blackberries. So these guys are starting to plump up. I need to show you guys something that's happening in my compost bin. It's kind of ridiculous. Aside from all of the gross, pay no attention, I need to flip it. I have Jerusalem artichokes that survived in my compost. Plus, in my other compost. Plus, I'm pretty sure this is garlic. In my compost. Good heavens. And there's a kale that's in that compost. I don't know when that one got there. I just noticed that. That's great. And so far I've been using this, what is it? Vivosun rotational compost bin. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm not sure if you guys can actually see in there. One side seems to be breaking down. If I'm not mistaken, this is the side that I finished first, the left side. So it should finish out before the right side, but I keep adding to it because as it composts down, it compacts a little bit. So I keep adding more to it, hoping to get a full barrel, which may not be a good idea now that I think about it, because it'll be harder and harder to move. But we'll see. We'll see. And also, as another update, I was trying to root out my blackberries and my raspberries, and there was one that I thought I had killed. This one right here, this is a blackberry, thornless blackberry, and it did survive. I just took one of the sides that had rooted and pulled it up, cut it, and stuck it down in some dirt, and it fully rooted out. This is the old stem right here, and this is the new growth. So this one will be able to go in the ground, heck, probably very, very soon. It's big enough. I don't know if I'm going to gift this to somebody or if I'm going to put more plants in my yard somewhere. I haven't decided where I would do that at, so I'm going to wait. But this one, this was a raspberry, and here is one of the other raspberries. Now the raspberries come up in shoots instead of dropping a cane and rooting, which they can also do, I think. But these guys put shoots up all over the place. I've got them all in my pathway. So I started pulling them up and putting them in containers to see if I could get them to root again. And they do seem to be rooting just fine. They do seem to be rooting. This one, on the other hand, I thought I had killed. It died back completely to the ground. This is the old root. But from the roots itself, it started sprouting again. So even if you think that maybe it had died, I would give it a little bit more time, because apparently it can come back from the root area. I was not aware of that. I was supposed to throw that away. So yeah. Oh, and I also rooted this, which is either a scoplin or a muscadine. I'm not sure. It's a wild one that's growing around here, and I just wanted to see what would happen if I took a piece of it and stuck it inside some soil. And it does seem to be kind of surviving. I'm not 100%. I'm also not sure if these type actually fruit, the wild ones. I have no idea. But I wanted to give that a try because my mother has got a white version and a purple version. So one's a scoplin and one's a muscadine. and I would like to get one of each of them as soon as we get our fencing situated, because it's going to go in the in between of the fencing area. So yeah, there's that. Those are the updates. Ladies and gentlemen, lots and lots of random things going on around the garden. Up next is probably going to be our next tour. So I will see you guys then. You have a wonderful day. If not, you stay shiny. Bye. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hidden Horrors with